Hello everyone, welcome back to Kitchen Instruments. Now, today is going to be a little bit different because I got tagged to do a 15-question Q&A about the show by Just8Ate.com. Now, if you've never seen Just8Ate, I'll leave a link in the description box below, but go visit their channel. They're an amazing couple who cook amazing food. They have a cookbook that just came out, and it is really something special. You should definitely give them a look-see. Okay, so Just8Ate sent over a compilation of 15 questions that they would like me to answer. So I'm going to spend this video doing my best to answer those questions, and hopefully they were questions that you guys had as well. So let's dive in. Question number 1, what camera do you use? Well, I actually use a tablet. I have a Lenovo tablet that, and now I have two of them, that I film on. I'm actually filming on my new one right now. And I use those primarily because I can kind of pull them out and take pictures like on the fly and kind of stuff like that. For me, it works a little bit better. And question number 2, what editing system do you use? Well, I like to edit on Wondershare Filmora. I know a lot of people like to do Movie Maker or Adobe. I like Wondershare. I think especially for a beginner, it's definitely a great way to learn how to edit. And they keep growing their arsenal of tools that you can use to make movies and videos and stuff like that. So they're actually a really, really good company to go to. I highly recommend them. And they're very reasonably priced. Question number 3, do you use artificial or natural lighting? Well, I use both. I'm actually filming with natural light right now. I'm right next to a window. I also use artificial lighting. I have like box lights that I have set up right now, and I use those a lot primarily to film at night, but honestly I use them every time I shoot because they're fantastic. But they really do help with night shooting when I don't have time to film during the day. Okay, question number 4. What is the top item on your filming wish list in terms of equipment and plan? Well, that's a tough one because I never really have a plan on what I want. I've pretty much picked up everything that I had on my wish list. But in terms of that goes, I guess in generalities, you can always use a better camera. You can always use a better microphone sound system. I have this guy right here. But you can always look to pick up better microphones, better lighting, better cameras and stuff like that. Anything that makes you look and sound better, is always a plus. So, question number 5, what is your favorite day of the week to film? Well, I typically film on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. Mondays and Tuesdays I'm not at the restaurant, and then Wednesdays I film in the morning before I go to the restaurant. And I've also filmed on Thursday before. It just depends if I need to do any retakes, but typically I film all day Monday, Tuesday, and then I do a lot of the speaking parts and stuff on Wednesday. Alright, question number 6. Do you plan your video? Meticulously, yes. I start on Saturday when I write the script and develop the recipe, and I usually have been thinking about the recipe for a couple of days. And then Sunday I pick up the stuff for the show. Monday I start filming and I have everything prepped out and everything. So everything is meticulously planned out, meticulously set up to try to just make filming, more efficient. Question number 7, how long does it take to film an average video? That's kind of a tough one. It just depends on the complexity of the recipe as well as, how many steps. If something takes a lot of steps to make, like if I was going to make a taco, that's not too difficult to make. It goes very quick. But if I'm making a sauce for it, if I'm making like mole for it or something like that, then yeah, it just adds more time. So it just depends what you're making and how many steps it is. But typically, anywhere between 3 to 10 hours per show. And I can usually batch film stuff, so I could film like 2 or 3 episodes just in kind of one 10 to 12 hour sitting. So, I mean, I've gotten pretty decent at being efficient, so, Question number 8, how many hours do you spend editing an average video? Usually 10 to 15 hours per show. So I do 2 to 3 shows a week at 10 to 15 hours a show. Sometimes it takes more. If I'm doing special effects in it, it takes maybe up to 20 hours. And sometimes it takes less. So you just have to, if it's a 60-second tutorial, it's not going to take me as long as making a 10-minute video or whatever. So, it just varies on what type of video I'm making, but typically 10 to 15 hours per show. Okay, question number 9. What is your favorite type of video to film? I obviously am a cooking channel, so I like to film cooking, but I like montage work. I really enjoyed filming the 100th episode because it was essentially just a montage of all the quirky things that I've done in the show over the last year and a half, and it was a lot of fun to make. I enjoy making the kind of music video type of videos. So yeah, that's typically what I enjoy doing. Question number 10: do people at your school or work know about your channel? Yes, I literally tell everybody. As a matter of fact, I have business cards that I printed out that I hand people, customers, people I work with, anybody I could talk to about the show. You just got to get your name out. You got to advertise. You got to do the, what do they call it these days? The kids call it the hustle. Anybody I can tell that I have a show, I tell them I have a show. So, all right, question number 11. What is your process of thinking of a video idea? Well, typically I have the video idea planned out a couple of days ahead, and I typically just go by what the subscribers ask me to make, or other people ask me to make. They might have a question about a recipe, and honestly, it's just easier for me to show you through a video than it is for me to explain it to you. So sometimes I just do it that way, or a lot of times it's just something that I see that I think is really interesting, and I just want to make it because just for my own personal amusement, and I think you guys will get a kick out of it too, so I make a video out of it. And then after that, it's just on to script writing and planning, and that's it. Question number 12: do you feel awkward filming in front of other people or in public? Probably. It's easier to film in your own kitchen where only your neighbors think you're crazy, but I could probably do it now. You kind of get a different personality when you film. So if you're typically shy, but you get in front of the camera, all of a sudden you kind of come alive a little bit. So it just kind of depends. It just, if it's like a crowd of 1,000 people, yeah, I'll probably be like scared to death. But if it's like 5 or 10, who cares? All right, question number 13: do you or your YouTube friends plan out filming videos together? If you're gonna do a collaboration with another YouTuber or a friend, you need a plan. You have to have a set guideline. You have to be able to tell them essentially what they're stepping into, or they should be able to tell you what you're stepping into, because the whole idea is that you're supposed to share audiences. You're supposed to broaden your audience base. So if you're going into a video and you have no idea what you're in for, you're kind of flying by the seat of your pants, and that's just not very professional. So if you're gonna collab, you definitely want to plan together. But if not, meh. All right, question number 14. What is your subscriber goal by the end of the year? Well, considering the end of the year is like a week away, I don't really have one. My year started in August when I started the channel, so I go by that based on year. But in a year, I'd like to get up to 1,000 subs. I think that'd be great. But I tend to set long-term future goals and short-term goals. So long-term, I would like to see 1,000 subscribers, or as many as I can get. But short term, I'm happy just hitting certain milestones, certain view counts, certain like every 10, 20 subscribers or something like that. I just, those are little benchmarks I shoot for every week. So as long as I'm hitting my benchmarks every week, I'm totally happy. Okay, and finally, question number 15. Who do you tag to do this Q&A tag next? I'll tell you who I'm going to tag. I'm going to tag a gentleman by the name of Hungry Black Panda. I was in his stream the other day, and he was kind enough to send me a shirt. So just look for that. Hungry Panda. Boom. If you're watching, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Definitely go check him out. He's based in Chicago, and he's got a really cool channel. So definitely give him a look-see. You won't want to miss it. All right, and there was 15 questions that I got tagged in by Just8Ate.com. You should definitely go check them out. Again, they're definitely worth the look. Also check out Hungry Black Panda, because he's a cool dude based out of Chicago, and his channel is pretty awesome. So give them both a look up and see what you think. Thank you for stopping by again, and I'm glad I got to answer the little 15 questions. That was a lot of fun. I wanted to do an episode like this for quite a while. It's nice to finally get an opportunity to knock that one out of the bucket list. So thank you for stopping by, and I'll see you guys next week.